You can't imagine Mike Tyson, a person with such an aggressive personality. Once again a child, he was beaten up by his friends at the age of 8. Because of his shy personality, living in the slums again, he has the highest crime rate in the country. So, when you're bullied, the boy didn't even dare to think about it. I had to ask my sister to fight back. I don't want to fight. If we don't fight them back, if I hit you, I can run. Tyson's mother was worried. My son's mind has been damaged. I should take you to a psychiatrist. The doctor then informed her that, boy with intellectual disability. In a minute, Tyson's mother, he completely gave up all hope for his son. That's why Tyson became indifferent to everything. Let others treat you how they treat you. It's hard to believe. A child with such an unhappy childhood, you can have an extraordinary life, like Rocky Bamboo. Taylor's father was a big fan of boxing. Every time I see the climax, he went down to the ring with his wife. I can't stand my abusive husband. Tyson's mother threw 8 hot soups in his face. Tyson stood silently watching it all. But you don't think you're unhappy. It's the opposite. I think that's how parents show love. Until one day his parents got into a fight. They even used knives. Your mother decided to take you out of the house. Before marrying Tyson's father, your mother dreamed of becoming a college professor. She didn't realize that the person she loved was a demon. After the divorce, Taylor's mother has been in many other relationships until he's cheated out of all his money to live at the top of the street. Life is hard. Forced her to move her 3 children constantly to feed the children. Then you have no choice, in addition to taking advantage of their beauty. But life is like that. It will definitely leave a ghost in the hearts of children. Tyson dropped out of school early because of bullying. Your joy every day is feeding pigeons. No friends, so the pigeons, these are your best friends. Until one day, the bear at school twisted the neck of a pigeon just before Tyson's face. This act completely changed Tyson. Now, you're no longer a fish that people devour. You understand that when we are bullied, we have to stand up. Since then, Tyson has changed. You've become a local thug. Always follow the older kids to break up. Plunder. When you're 50, you only know one thing. It's breaking into people's homes. Being chased by the police has become a matter of food. When I saw my friend shot dead, right in front of you, Tyson realized that if he kept doing this, maybe he won't live to be 20. But you're stubborn, fighting with others on the street. Every day, you have no future. You have no compassion. Tyson just wanted to use force to deal with the people who used to bully me. You have to go to the police station at least twice a day. And every time, your mother has to come and apologize and take you home. But even so, Tyson has a disability. Tyson's mother was terrified that one day, my son will die in the streets. Like other black kids, she gritted her teeth and took him to the penitentiary. And the penitentiary became Taylor's second home. This is also the turning point that will change your fate. 53-year-old Taylor is in trouble again. I was sent to a re-education camp by my mother that night when you were going to bed. Then a friend hugged me, told you he had a broken rib. The person who beat him was a health counselor. As a boxer, Tyson is not serious. Decided to compare high and low with this person. You just want to give that counselor a lesson. I can't believe the enemy just needs a punch. Tyson fell to his knees in pain. That moment, Tyson realized that if I'm as fit as the Kier consultant's name, you can easily beat anyone and steal whatever you want. And then when the Kier consultant got off work, Tyson chased him, asked him to teach him martial arts. But the counselor flatly refused. He's met too many people. I want to be a boxer. But in the end, there's no more persistent AI. What Tyson needs to do right now is to modify our behavior. When to get rid of habits. Let's go back and find it. I can't believe Tyson actually remembered these words. The boy didn't like to study, suddenly become extremely hardworking, and even become a model student, because boxing is what you're most interested in right now. You also want to prove it to your mother that you're not the one who left. As you always say, originally, Tyson thinks he's the dumbest person in the world, but the truth is that you're talented. After tireless efforts, you've got good grades in all subjects. The Kier consultant also kept his promise, agreed to teach the boy boxing. What a surprise! Tyson has shown extraordinary martial arts talent in the process of training. This is the first time you've been good at something. Not illegal. Not long after, Taylor's boxing skills are even better. The Kier consultant. You need to know that Taylor was 13 years old. Notice Tyson's natural talent. The consultant. I decided to recommend you to my coach. Is Cus Damister. At first, Taylor thought that the Kier consultant wanted to abandon him. So I asked myself whether I did something wrong. Until we meet Kiss. Then you understand the good intentions of the counselor. Maybe boxing can really change your destiny. Kiss is an old school coach. He has trained to world champions. After retirement, he was forgotten by everyone. When I saw Tyson, a boy, can't easily beat the boxers. Growing up in the ring, he immediately realized that this was a rare genius. At the same time, this is our last chance. Let him assert himself. So, he's focused on Tyson. He wanted to train Tyson to become a boxing champion, youngest in history. A beast whose name was heard was terrified. The care of Kiss made Tyson. I felt the warmth of love for the first time, for lack of affection from a young age. So, you listen to Kiss. Sometimes I encourage you. You're going to be the greatest boxer in the world. No one can compare. After days of training, the 54-year-old Tyson is almost invincible. But to gain more experience, Kiss decided to let you join boxing matches. At first, the assistant coach was worried that the ring does not allow minors to participate. But until you sign up, he realized he was worried because one of the employees there believes Tyson is only 14 years old. First time in the ring, Tyson couldn't help but feel anxious. They even intend to escape. But when you see black teenagers wandering the road in the market, you understand boxing is the only way to change fate. He finally stepped into the ring without hesitation. Tyson couldn't believe that in just one round, you defeated the opponent. Your legendary life begins here too. Coach Kiss, we've set a goal for the next stage of Tyson. The first is to take part in the Youth Olympics to warm up, then won an Olympic gold medal at the age of 18, then move on to professional competition and won the championship belt. Kiss asked you to stay calm after winning, showing contempt and arrogance. Because, for the first time in a match, Tyson was so excited. It just looks cold. You can become a boxer. Lord Tyson's cruelest brother. I was moved to tears when I heard these words. You tell yourself you'll never be bullied again. And then Tyson actually went along with his plan. You won 5 consecutive victories at the Youth Olympics. He won the gold medal in 8 seconds. Become the local 14-year-old boxing hero. But because of a grim fate, most of Taylor's friends are dead. Then, you carry the newspaper with you about your victory. Come see me. I hope you'll be proud of me. But your mother wasn't just unhappy. I'll give you a glass of cold water. You better keep winning. If you lose, the old man will kick you out. He's just taking advantage of you. Even when Tyson was about to leave, you warned me not to steal anymore. When Tyson couldn't take it anymore, you don't allow anyone. Trampled on his self-respect. The gold medal in hand. It's a reward for your efforts. You're not a toy, like your mother said. It's a disciplined and talented boxer. I didn't expect that soon after. Tyson and his bad friends broke into people's homes. But this time, your always wandering best friend has an unusual attitude. He seriously told Tyson, "You shouldn't be here. When I see you beat the white kids on TV, there's white people in the audience. I will cheer for you." I thought I was looking the wrong way. Why did you steal with me? I'm the one who's going to die here. And you can get out at least one day. I can tell other people that. I used to play with that bastard. After the conversation that day, Tyson never saw this friend again because that friend was shot dead 3 months later. And Tyson once again won the match. But the calamity came in succession. Not long after, Tyson's mother also died of cancer. All the most loved ones, they all turn away from you. This had a profound effect on Tyson. Fortunately, Coach Kiss is there to comfort you. And because we love Tyson so much, so he decided to adopt you. One is a former boxer who's late in the afternoon. One is a child. Misfortune is gone. You'd have nothing to do with each other. Let's accomplish each other. Tyson finds hope for his old life. Tyson also felt a sense of fatherhood, and at the same time changed my whole life. Who would have expected Tyson to be as aggressive as a beast? When in front, Kiss is as good as a child. For the next 3 years, Tyson is constantly training for fear of abandoning his expectations. So every match, you all drop your opponent's pawn in a split second. Like a man's life can't go on sailing. Because of one arbitration ruling, so Tyson lost 7 games. I remember what my mother used to say, "You'd better win forever. If you don't just lose a fight, Kiss will throw you out." Little Tyson, I'm afraid Kiss will no longer love me. But we know that the taste of revenge is sweeter. Sailing with the wind, you can't be a genius. Maine, this sentence has made a Tyson with a will of stone. Later, in the next 6 years, Taylor won every match. We even introduced you to John King, world-famous manager to enhance the image. For Tyson, at the age of 18, Tyson was a huge celebrity. Every game, we're in the stands cheering for you. But unfortunately instead, Kiss couldn't see it, Tyson became the boxing king. He died of pneumonia. The father's love is hard to get and disappears. Tyson was once again under heavy attack, but I didn't forget Kiss' expectations for me. This is an opportunity for John King to take advantage. Less than a week after the funeral, Tyson has started to constantly participate in matches, an average of 1 match per week. even though every match you start to burn out. But once and again, they beat the enemy. So Tyson, become the most formidable figure in boxing. Heavy duty? Like you said, you become a beast. Really, your punches are fast and strong. The power is so great that many sober boxers have to retire on the spot. They know well, Tyson's a high mountain they can't cross. Tyson finished the match as fast as lightning. Your interview time after the game is long. More than match time. Everyone sees an animal, with 27 wins and 25 times knocking down rival pawns. As many people know, how Tyson was disciplined and disciplined. In ordinary days, Tyson finally arrived on his coronation day. How many years of training is because of this moment? This is the challenge with the former heavyweight champion. Not out of the forecast, Tyson dominated in the first round. Second round, just a few seconds after starting, the former king was knocked out by Tyson. This match made Tyson's reputation go far. He became the youngest boxing champion ever, America, even the world. A new era of village boxing officially unfolds. To win, Tyson used to look at the corner. Maybe Kiss is somewhere in heaven and have seen this moment since Kiss died. Tyson lacks the restraints of the father, should gradually slacken. A resounding reputation, this world heavyweight boxing champion, to be the lover of so many girls' dreams. But Tyson understood, they just like the light and life away from the flower. People who have not been loved since childhood, I don't know how to love. That's why Tyson never took the love of change seriously. Changing clothes is a common thing in the city, until one day, when Tyson was eating rice, a black female star appeared on TV. In an interview, that caught my attention. In an age where black people are discriminated against, it's no surprise when a black female star, it's so bright again. She's a woman that countless men can't reach. Taylor was determined to marry her. So I started a very intense pursuit. After tireless efforts, I finally got to date her out. However, when Tyson arrived at the rendezvous point, I can't believe Robin took me to her mother and her manager. Turns out her mother wasn't sure. Let her meet someone who only knows how to fight. To make a living like Tyson, this awkward greeting made Tyson almost leave. But Robin kept me. I can't believe this meeting put you to bed. Tyson then asked Robin to be his girlfriend, but she flatly rejected it. She said that there are very few successful black female celebrities. She doesn't want to lose her dreams because of personal love, even if rejected. But Tyson feels Robin is different from other women because Robin isn't about your money. He's about something. The more you can't have it, the more you want it. Mimicking the plot in the movie, Tyson to lose the play again romantic. I've prepared all kinds of luxury gifts for Robin, in a way that I think is very touching, to win the heart of the beautiful. I didn't sit still while preparing the gift. Chasing Robin, you've just slept with other women. Because I think, I can't have Robin's heart. I can't believe less than 2 weeks later, Robin agreed to be Tyson's girlfriend. Fortunately, after the public sentiment, Robin's career was unaffected, even more famous than before. The sweet love story of two people, on the front pages of major newspapers. But the woman was bought by money. They will quickly leave for money. Not long after, Robin uses pregnancy to marry Tyson. But Robin's not a faithful man. I don't know if the baby is the child of anyone, and naive Tyson didn't think much of it, got married. This is the first time I have ever loved someone. And the way you love is to spend money without pity. Not long after, Tyson's manager Jimmy died of illness. New manager Kitten. Give Tyson his next contract immediately. There's a clause in it if Jimmy dies. Kitten will automatically become your manager. There's also a very absurd provision. That's if they die. Then, their heirs will be entitled to Tyson's estate. Tyson became an asset, maybe arbitrarily transferred by others. And your girlfriend, the star, Robin, I just got married and changed into a very nice house. Used decorations, more expensive than a house. Frantically spending Tyson's fortune. Because she's always keeping an eye on Tyson's money, should quickly discover the terms in the contract. So, she asked her mother to be Cho Taylor's guardian. She finally forced Kitten out of work and took over Tyson's finances. And then a manager named John King. Chances of getting your foot in to be Tyson's new manager. It's this guy who's going to bankrupt Tyson. Also goes his $100 million. Tyson is still naive. I think Robin really loves me. I don't know that the two of them are slowly controlling you. But no matter how hard life is, I still dream of a good life with Robin. I always let her down and everything until ... Robin went to his adopted mother's house to play. I saw Robin's true face, because I know that my mother's house was bought by Taylor. All of her expenses were paid for by Taylor. So in the meal, see you've been dragged as adoptive mother Raw questioned. Why does my husband have to go out there, go to the ring to be beaten? Tyson banged the table angrily. In my heart, I was raised like my own mother. He dragged Robin down the hallway and asked, maybe. Robin called Tyson a fool. They are used by others to count money. This was the first time Robin had ever seen Tyson angry, to take full control of Tyson. So, she lied to Tyson. that I have bipolar disorder. The doctor prescribed you a medicine. Helped stabilize mood, but it also made Tyson weak. Your punches seem to lose their power. You don't just react slowly. Panicked and almost lost his life. In one drive, John King was afraid that Taylor would be killed by Robin. He's out playing all night, all morning. This caused a dispute between Robin and Tyson. During the fight, Tyson learned that Robin had a miscarriage. Losing him completely devastated Tyson. On a trip to Moscow, the conflict between the two reached its peak. Tyson lost control, completely helpless to break things to vent. To avoid things getting worse, Tyson and Robin interviewed on a TV show. Unexpected in the interview, Robin accuses Tyson of beating her, scold him, beat the teacher, beat her daughter, even beat her mother. Right now, Tyson was completely bewildered by a drug overdose. As soon as the program is over, the two announced their divorce. They were married for only 8 months. Tyson's property was divided in half. During that time, Robin sued Tyson for $1.5 billion. Poor Tyson. I don't even know the existence of the money deal. His last marriage was white. Tyson was as aggressive as a beast. If you really want to fight, Robin couldn't stand it. But the strange thing is, there's no trace of the fight on Robin's body. Even so, media still praise the strongest punch of Tyson is the punch that hit Robin, which made Tyson angry and confused. Your face is lost face, but I'm also relieved, because you can finally trust that AI. The person I trust the most is John King. Tyson began to live a different life. You get a lot of advertising, and dating a lot of girls. There's also a hot tub. In my car, and buy all the most expensive cars. Anyone who has a little bit of a relationship with you, you can share a part of your property. You make too much money, to the point where it can't be spent. He even buried his mother in a new grave. He became one of the richest fighters in the world. As long as you don't get cheated by your manager. It's unfortunate. John King is deceiving you in the dark. He doesn't care about Tyson's career, and let him waste his talent. As for Tyson, John King is the only one besides us. He can act as a father. Tyson was completely unaware of the danger. I only care about my sister, my girl, seeing the wounds on Tyson's body. My sister feels very much for my brother. Tyson takes his sister to see his distant life, and his sister warned him to be careful with John King. My sister said that everyone's calculating. I want to suck your blood and destroy you. But you have to know that at the time, Tyson can earn in a day what your sister couldn't get her whole life. So I ignored my sister's concerns. One day, when you see John King decorating your room like a palace, he asked how much John King had spent. John King didn't say the exact number, just say that he's one of the richest people in the world. This led Tyson to suspect that John King is hiding something. Then John King took out a video game Nintendo. When you see me, become a character in the game, and it's even on the cover. Tyson was delighted, and forget about my previous doubts. However, this confidence cost him 7 defeats in the match, with poster down flash. I dated more than 20 girls in one day, and that makes I'm tired. I can't even make it to the second half, and his 37 match winning streak is over. The sponsors replaced his image on the ads with a white fighter. No one knows. Not long after that, my only family, my sister also died. I think that's the bottom of my life. But in fact, it's just the beginning of more difficult times. Tyson used to be a shining star. It caught the attention of millions of girls. I was invited to a beauty pageant for black people to promote for the event. There he met a girl named Jerry Washington and immediately attracted to it. The Washington family are all Taylor fans, so she gladly accepted his invitation. At 1 a.m., Tyson had showed to Jerry Washington. Tell her to come down and see you. She put on makeup and got in his car. However, her family went to the hospital the next day and said that she'd been smitten. They have evidence of sex and sued Tyson in court. Jerry Washington testified that at 1 a.m., she accompanied Tyson to the hotel. Tyson used an excuse to invite her to the bedroom. Jerry Washington agreed, and the two started talking. In bed, she expressed her admiration for Tyson. But it's also clear that you will not have sex with me. However, Tyson thought she was deliberately teasing him. The more you get excited, the case attracted the public's attention, and many people have supported Tyson. Many people think it's not Tyson's fault. To any man, when you see these beautiful women, they're stuck. Can't control the excitement. Want to know what these girls taste like? Then we can only blame to Jerry Washington, who agreed to get in Taylor's car at 2 a.m. Don't tease men that you don't know. At the trial, attorney to Jerry Washington, try to protect your clients. The Jerry Washington's mother choked. She said that her daughter was happy and confident. But after what happened, she completely changed. She often wakes up in the middle of the night because of the nightmares. The mother is heartbroken And banned. The jury was also moved by her speech. Then Tyson's lawyer stood out, claims that Tyson is a rude person. He's fascinated by his body's instincts. Next, the girls who were flirted by Taylor also testify. They all said that Taylor went after them, but they explicitly rejected him. However, when Tyson expressed his affection for Jerry Washington, she didn't refuse. Tyson went to court and told the story. He said it was 2 o'clock in the morning. I called her and told her to wear shorts. Come and see me. Then she got downstairs in the car and we kissed. We went to the hotel and had sex. The Jerry Washington sit there quietly, not say a word. Taylor's testimony, it really helped him get away with it. Tyson thinks Jerry Washington is completely voluntary. Finally, after the two lawyers argued, the judge still found Tyson guilty. The reason is that Jerry Washington is a rational woman. Because she didn't say no, that means she refused that request. Tyson should respect women, and when she says she doesn't want to, he should stop. Then many people think Jerry Washington just wants the money. She's usually a guy who takes advantage of men. Some people also say that Tyson didn't give her enough. If there are enough benefits, there will be no flipping. To clarify these things, by Jerry Washington, I was on an interview program. She said she felt very pitiful about Tyson. Because after what happened, Tyson asked her, "I don't love you anymore." It made her feel like Tyson had a problem. About psychology, she didn't want to ruin his career. "I just want to help him." After participating in this interview program, by Jerry Washington disappeared from the public eye. Tyson goes to jail and started his own saving life. He was sentenced to 6 years in prison, and when he got out, he's 31 years old. I hope to win back the title of champion. You've become so dim. All hope has gone up in smoke. So Tyson became irritable and depressed. Fortunately, he met a very patient fellow prisoner. He taught him how to live in prison. That friend told him, "If you keep falling like this, the system here will destroy the future. You're hybrid." The friend advised him to make a real change. Now you can read books to change yourself. If you don't know where to start reading. Tyson didn't follow this advice. In the first months, he has to prove that he can't be bullied. He feels people in prison want to be famous by challenging him. So, he's out first. He bullies the other prisoners. Whenever he doesn't fit his eyes, let them know that he's not easily bullied. Some people can't stand it and said that Tyson was a parachute turtle. He's hiding behind a tree waiting for his daughter to pass by, then jump out and attack them. Tyson can't help it anymore. I hit that person to fight. As a result, he was locked up in solitary confinement. There are also frequent conflicts with the guards. A fellow prisoner saw Tyson fall like this. So I stuck with him and encouraged him. This made Tyson realize that if you can't change reality, you need to change yourself. So he started reading and studying. One day, for some reason, the prisoner was transferred to another prison. But fortunately, the warden arranged for that friend student to come in the same cell as Tyson. The two quickly became close and do business together. In prison, fans sent Tyson a lot of things, including selfies of beautiful girls, all kinds of CDs and magazines, even snacks and household items. Thanks to good mechanisms, their business is thriving. Tyson doesn't have to get up at 5 in the morning and live like a king in prison. Everyone here serves him. He's not just watching TV in his cell, and even the guards brought him donuts. This leisurely and comfortable life, it makes him feel good. You even want to stay here forever. The prison didn't stop him doing the wrong thing, but also reduced his sentence for good behavior. Tyson sells items not suitable for children in the Muslim prayer room. It's a great hiding place. One day, Tyson gets a cell phone. The latest life. Muslims just started talking to him. They say that we can do business here. You can also pray with them. At first, Tyson thought, these Christians are all bastards. Because the manager's driver, John King, is a Muslim. John King threw pork at the driver. Tell him to cook. Driver 0G. He was fired by John King SA. I can't believe that night, John King led a group of Muslims with guns. Revenge at the door. John King did not dare to touch the driver. After joining Islam, Taylor also started praying every day. This gave him a little peace of mind. When his prison term is less than half a year, John King announced to the world that Tyson is coming back. This puts a lot of pressure on Tyson. He's not sure, can I keep up the good form or not? Uncertainty in his heart led him to seek help. Psychology. Tyson started training to prepare for his comeback. His diet is also healthier. More important, he's trying to be a better person. Getting out of prison was so quick. Taylor's biggest is, you can't give the audience a good match. And fear that, I will become an irresponsible Tyson again. But no matter what, he must also return to the ring. John King is still very cunning to make money. he frantically arranged matches for Tyson. They don't care about the condition, his physical and mental state. Taylor wants to end his contract with John King, but John King tricked him. Over and over again, John King realized that Taylor had seen through him. These rules show that he's still valuable. So Tyson started playing matches again, under the arrangement of John King. Every time Taylor is afraid of losing. He knows full well that the year of winning is past. He's not at the top of his game anymore. I don't know if the opponent is too weak, or Tyson is too strong. Every time the game starts, no one can look directly at Taylor. He's knocked out a lot of opponents in the first round. But this makes the audience feel that the game is too short and not satisfied. To satisfy the audience, Tyson even deliberately stayed to prolong his. It wasn't until the third round that the game really started. And with consecutive victories, Tyson finally won back the championship belt. This championship belt, valued up to 80 million USD, Tyson was once again the world champion. He lives next door to Elton John, where the moat is protected and he's got a tiger. However, this physical life, and that makes him fall into conflict. Tyson had a time. I feel like I don't deserve these things. Not long after, the match between him and Evander Holyfield took place. You'd have confronted each other two by 5 years ago. Holyfield hit Tyson in the head. He was injured and lost. Fortunately, John King rescheduled the match against Holyfield. It only takes one match to get 30 million USD, and Tyson can wash his hands. Tyson wanted to retire, but John King said he should retire as the heavyweight world champion. Tyson's condition is still very poor, but for that $30 million, he still insists on participating in the match. And this match itself, that made Tyson physically disabled. Even though tickets cost millions of dollars, there are 18,000 people to watch live in 97 countries broadcast simultaneously. Percentage of viewers, they've even gone beyond the World Cup and the Olympics. The feud between the two has been going on for a long time, and Tyson's full of anger. From the beginning, he attacked violently. However, Holyfield, with extensive experience, didn't give him a chance. He kept hugging and hitting Tyson with his head like he used to, in spite of such flagrant offense. But the referee didn't rule out Holyfield. Finally, Tyson couldn't take it anymore. So, he bit into Holyfield's ear. This act ruined his reputation. Tyson fell back into the dark. His second wife also chose to leave him. Even the President of the United States, Bill Clinton, also commented on this. All the negative information about Tyson, it's all on the front page. The more obnoxious thing is the 30 million USD bonus. Tyson didn't get a penny. They're all John King. His manager also died. John King, he even hired a bodyguard to stop Tyson from seeing him. Tyson was so angry that he nearly strangled John King. Just got in the car. Eventually, the two parties terminated the contract. But Tyson was helpless. The state of, he's getting worse. He no longer seizes the opportunity to strike. Become slow. 25 professional competitions. It also made him feel tired. Until we lost the last match. Tyson decided to retire on the spot. He also declared bankruptcy at the same time. There is no money now. He even had to borrow money to buy everyday items. All his former friends have left him. Fortunately, he still has a woman who won't leave him. They married and had 2 children. Taylor's life seemed to be in full swing in old age. Tyson began to look back on the past, to rebuild my life, and try to be a father, husband, and a better member of society. He frankly faces his mistakes, removed the animal mask from the ring, and finally back to being a real person, with weaknesses. Looking back on Tyson's entire life, from a juvenile delinquent in the slums, to a destructive force, unstoppable in the ring. If boxing was Tyson's stage, then his personal life is like a tragedy. The silent life. The marriage is broken, litigation of excessive wealth, and the betrayal of those close to them. Made a Tyson that's a monument to history. Boxing is a fable, deep in human nature. From Taylor's past, we can see that. Everyone in the ring of fate, they all used to be warriors. The desire to win, but also the fear of losing. The value of a film lies in its reputation. The value of a movie review lies in the feeling. Today's story ends here. Thank you for watching the movie. How do you see this movie? Please comment below.